22nd, T-Mobile Arena. 2 unbeaten stars. Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis.
Garcia versus Vargas. Ryan Garcia's incredible speed can shock anyone, and Vargas couldn't adjust and lost by knockout very quickly in the first round. After the accurate right-hand punch, the left hook finished the business.
Fans that have never even seen.
And you see a fighter like Fernando Vargas. Nice jab there from Ryan Garcia, reminiscent Instagram the other day that you were still throwing jabs.
Later, it's still fast. So right there, beautiful right hand by Ryan Garcia. You'll be able to see the experience from Vargas, but you also see you'll see the speed and the power.
You want to know that your guy can take a shot and go deep.
A great example of a young kid. Fernando Vargas is no slouch. 52 fights under his belt. So we'll see how Ryan Garcia handles it. The attention that he's receiving, we'll see.
Big right hand there from Ryan Garcia as the spoon and the left hook
Davis versus Sanchez. Despite being outclassed by Davis, Sanchez kept his composure through the middle rounds, going toe-to-toe with Tank. Despite the bravery of the Mexican native, Davis stayed patient and waited for an opening, and when it came, he took full advantage. Davis pounced on a lapse in concentration from his opponent before delivering a devastating left-hand uppercut, which forced Kenny Bayless to end the fight to give Tank the victory.
Returns fire. And he likes that head movement, setting up power shots. We saw that in his last fight. We're seeing it again.
But again, you got
fans download the.
He's not really giving it because Sanchez is not really letting his hands go.
His head first. Sanchez overextending himself a few times in this fight. Sanchez is
I'd be surprised to see him in the corner of the next fight.
A little end swell on him. All right, Davis came out here with a mission. Davis didn't want any part in touching gloves again. He says, I got some more to throw here.
You don't want a sensational knockout? Tell you what, man, I really want
nice uppercut. Oh, and a second one drops Sanchez first over his opponent. Losing power in him here with 20 seconds running number 8. 2 left upper. That lead left there, you're calling for it, Antonio. Big to back this young man off. Oh, that's why. Lightning quick. Sanchez flat on his face, and that's it. Kenny Bayless has seen enough. Did you see?
Who needs a jab?
Garcia versus Rodriguez. In the end of 2018, Garcia faced Braulio Rodriguez in Madison Square Garden, New York. It was showboating from Rodriguez. He looked a lot like Ricardo Mayorga, very cocky. He used dirty boxing with hands down, but it didn't help him. Ryan was calm and round after round destroyed his rival. As a result, the fight finished in the 5th round. After the flash combinations, Ryan finished the fight with his signature left hook straight to the chin.
Right hand, trying to survive.
He should get focused. He can't.
Oh, quick, lightning fast hook from Garcia. He turned him into a southpaw. Gendon Woolley.
Oh, yes. You know, the fans get upset about this.
Trying to get by that extended left hand, and he does. Right hand and a hook by Garcia. Rodriguez says he's not hurt, but his head is getting whacked.
Garcia is walking him down. He's going to, yeah, this is what I expected.
Rodriguez trying to weather the storm.
Anybody at any time.
Hard right hand. How did he weather that? Another one. And a hook, and down he goes.
This is over.
Davis versus Nunez. Nunez was the mandatory challenger for Davis, but was outclassed from the first bell. Davis made light work of Ricardo Nunez, winning in the second round via a TKO victory. Despite the protest from Nunez, he looked in trouble and left referee Harvey Dock with no choice but to award Davis the victory.
Slipping and sliding away from Nunez with the shoulder roll, and Gamboa is watching this one. He wants Nunez trying to double up on the jab. Slipping away from it though is Davis. Nice hook to the ribs. Oh, big left hook that caught Nunez, and now Davis is going on the attack. Nunez has got Davis looking on low. Can Nunez recover? Oh, big straight left. He's in big trouble, and this one is over.
Garcia versus Fonseca. Francisco Fonseca was rather experienced rival. A few years earlier, he gave good to Gervonta Davis, but against the King Rye, he had no chance of success. In the first minute of the fight, Ryan stunned him with the left hook, and in the few seconds he knocked him out cold. This knockout was one of the best in 2020.
You can see on the front of Ryan Garcia's trunks, he's got the numbers.
To evaluate Fonseca as a credible opponent, you have to remember that he fought most of his top fights to face a top fighter here.
Whoa. Davis, that knocked him off balance. Garcia closing it.
Davis and Tevin Farmer, 30 pounds.
Crazy off the temple. Oh, and a left hand sends Fonseca down, flat on his back. It's over. There, he's done it again. New tank, 135-pound division. This kid didn't even bother counting Sergio.
Well, normally when a fighter, his head slams off the
That's a reincarnation of what he once was.
The Golden Boy has another Golden Boy. Same looks, same.
Davis versus Gamboa. The Cuban fighter's inability to move around made him a sitting duck for Davis and his power punches. The Baltimore native opened the final bell going toe-to-toe with Gamboa, with both fighters exchanging eye-catching combinations. Davis sensed the end and landed several heavy uppercuts, followed by a devastating left, prompting referee Jack Reese to wave the fight off.
In terms of into the power alley of Tank Davis.
There's a clash of heads.
Oh, straight left by Davis.
The interesting thing that, Gamboa has survived.
Gamboa backing up, hits the ropes, another left hand, Davis. But Gamboa.
Yourself, you sort of try to stay in there hoping that something creates on its own.
Davis landed a left.
What has presented itself.
Final 60 seconds of the seventh, but Gamboa coming back with a left. Gamboa and Davis now in the final 15 seconds, and Davis lands a left hand, dropping Gamboa again.
Even with the fixed foot, he falls in when he throws a right hand. He's always falling in with his shots because he doesn't have.
Oh, there is a three-punch combination that lands.
No one loves. It's a different kind of fight.
There's a couple of left hands by Davis jumping.
That's right. And now,
maybe Davis learns from tonight because good shot.
It's a sign of what's to come in the 12th and final round as Davis comes to life at the end of round 11. There's a combination by Davis backing up Gamboa momentarily. Gamboa, a minute gone in the 12th and final round. Uppercut, left hand, Gamboa still standing.
And again, it's one
incredible. And down goes Gamboa. Whoop! There it is.
Garcia versus Campbell. The fight began with Garcia coming out swinging and catching Campbell with a straight right, which caught his attention. Campbell quickly recomposed himself and irritated Garcia with his southpaw jab. Garcia dropped his guard and found himself caught by a powerful left hook from Campbell, which floored him for the first time in his career. Garcia rose to his feet and made it to the end of the round without suffering any further damage. Round 7 was quieter until Garcia smashed Campbell with a single left hook to the liver. The Brit took a knee and was unable to recover to his feet.
Campbell's best weapon is his body punch right hand, and that affected Luke.
Good work for most of this.
Beautiful move right there by Campbell, pivoting away. Rock, he got up and fought back harder.
Throwing some big shots.
I think they're both looking confident. Ryan Garcia just winked. Ooh, this was good rock. Oh, good round. Over the left hook, right at the bell. Shootout. Ryan Garcia knows he's got Campbell a little bit weakened here. He's letting his hands. Campbell is aware of that. That's why he's not committing to those jabs. Good cross, a right cross. There's that check hook.
Garcia tried to time Campbell coming in with that left hook.
And this is not where Campbell wants to be. Oh, and he got a straight.
He's been very successful the first half of this fight.
And that resilience, Chris, comes from instinct. Nice right hand right there, Garcia. We saw Chris Mannix's scorecard. What does Gareth Davies say? Reynoso saying to Ryan Garcia, you're young. Body shot, and he goes down, and now.
Davis versus Santa Cruz. Davis decided to step up in class and go against former 4-weight world champion Leo Santa Cruz. The Mexican fighter started the brighter of the two, outworking Davis early on. In round 6, the Baltimore native backed Cruz into a corner where he fought back bravely against Davis. Unfortunately for Santa Cruz, he left himself open and was met by a monster uppercut which ended the fight, leaving the Mexican in a crumbled heap. This knockout was without a doubt one of the best Gervonta Davis knockouts.
A lot of nervous energy from Santa Cruz. Davis seeing Santa Cruz through the up again with the left uppercut by Davis, but Santa Cruz still looking to establish the jab.
I think he's doing the right thing. Oh, you know, I'm gonna let him win the fight. I'm gonna box. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
Santa Cruz. And another counter left. We talk about Santa Cruz combination. Difficult in there, you know, what must be going on in his mind. Of champions.
If Davis thought Santa Cruz was going to fold from his...
Garcia versus Fortuna. The first 3 rounds saw Ryan stalking Fortuna around the ring, peppering him with jabs and right hands. It was difficult for Ryan to land his bread and butter punch. In the 4th, Ryan connected with a short left hook to the body of Fortuna that crumpled him on the canvas. In round 5, Fortuna was down again. He got up and tried to fight. The referee counted out the 33-year-old Fortuna in round 6 after he took a knee moments after getting clocked by a left hook from the 23-year-old Ryan.
Jason Sosa, 130-pound fight several years ago, and
body can carry that extra weight. Ooh, that one got around the gloves. He said he was going to start pushing the tempo in the 4th round, and a body shot.
That move more than Joe Goosen does. As Diego Morales pulled that.
Now Fortuna trying to go on. You can see Garcia binding with that left. Oh, and then a night.
The amateur ranks, I just want to see them fight one time in the pros.
With that check hook again.
It's really easy to kind of reflexively go back upstairs. And every time that, you know, you talk about guys comfortable fighting southpaws.
Oh, he got him again! And this
big wins from Fortuna.
The end is near, guys. I don't like the look in Fortuna's eyes. It's hard not to see that he's not going to get this stoppage. Oh, Ryan stumbling back. Should be beating this guy. Look how much taller he is. But guess what? People want to throw, and he caught him with a left hook again. Beast.
Davis versus Romero. Tank didn't have this fight all his own way. For the first 6 rounds, Rolando Romero used his reach advantage to negate Gervonta Davis and frustrate him. Davis stayed patient, trying to get beyond his opponent's effective jab. Romero launched an attack in round 6, But Tank caught his opponent with a thudding left-hand counter which floored his rival, sending him face first into the ropes. Despite beating the count, the referee was unsatisfied with his responses and waved the fight off, giving another knockout victory to Davis.
Trying counter punches Davis at this point. He's just
a hook with that jab.
He's short with the hook. That was caught in the gloves. That's how Davis stepped in with the left hand. But
as he went on through sparring, it got better and better, and he said it's not an issue in this fight. Watching that. Now he's talking to him.
Playing the mind game here, Davis.
A little short with that left hand.
Posture for Gervonta Davis, fighting from the outside, certain things like this. We just don't see it all the time.
He has to do against the bigger Romero.
Yeah, probably.
In previous fights, we've seen that he seems kind of awkward. But in this fight, he's not looking.
There's a big left